I'm gonna talk about low wage jobs and getting by in America. It's a pretty, how would you say, open topic, or kind of misrepresented in a way that it's almost, I think, impossible for someone to make it in America by working a low wage job. Um, I wouldn't really say impossible, but the odds are going to be stacked against you. Basically, because you got to look at the hours or the hourly rate you're getting paid, which in Montana I think it's 8.05 an hour. I'd never worked a low wage job until this past year here in Great Falls. Up until that point, I'd worked doing construction. I've commercial fished in Alaska, California, and I've worked in the oil fields in North Dakota, from building fence to working on drilling rigs, where I was making $29 an hour, and in fishing I was making 40 grand in 3 months. So based on that, it was an eye-opening experience to come and work a low-wage job and really see how much of a struggle it is. So I was going to school full-time too. I was working 18 credits, and this semester it's 21 credits. And then I was coaching wrestling too. So based on that, the amount of hours were hard, but still I had to find a way to get income. So I was averaging 20 hours a week or more, 40 hours every 2 weeks, and I was bringing home around $200 every 2 weeks. So $400 a month. And you add up your costs, and it's for my living expenses. My rent alone was $565, and that doesn't going to account for my groceries, my other bills, and then not having insurance too. So I can't even imagine being a single mom with multiple kids, trying to make it work and trying to put them through school, with trying to provide for them and being the sole provider. And especially the odds are stacked against you if you don't have a degree. And in most cases, sometimes, like right now, it doesn't even really matter because jobs are so scarce. But I really see how the odds are stacked against you, and it's pretty daunting to think, okay, I'm gonna live in this apartment my entire life and probably never be out of debt, never have nice things. And not to say that makes the person, or that's what people should strive for, but the unfortunate thing in this society is that we're constantly told that we need to have the newest car and the newest phone and newest clothes, and people get caught up in that. But just trying to survive alone and make a living is hard enough. It really opened my eyes, like I said, to trying to make a living, but not being able to. How that can be changed, I don't know, because the one thing I really did see is that people look down, I don't know, as almost instinct on people with low wage jobs, like, oh, they're just lazy, they're not educated, they don't know what they're doing. But maybe it's the only avenue for them to earn an income or a living. But the way in making it out of poverty just by working a low wage job, it's near impossible. As far as, yeah, it's almost depressing to think about it. And luckily I was able to work multiple part-time jobs to supplement my income as well as coaching. But it's to be someone in that situation and knowing like, yeah, I'm never gonna have the luxuries or be able to experience things that other people do. I mean, simple things that a lot of people take for granted, like vacations, actually working car, insurance, daycare, and Social Security, as well as retirement. Where I was working, there's an elderly guy that he was getting Social Security, but he was forced to work a low-wage job just to maintain some income to help him because Social Security wasn't greater or enough to help him. So I can only imagine when I'm that age, the Social Security is probably going to be non-existent. So yeah, it's kind of skewed in America because it seems like the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, and there's no more middle ground or middle class anymore. It's just what it is. And making so much an hour, even if you make 12, 13, 14 bucks an hour, which I think maybe 20 years ago would have been a very, very good job, it's hard to even get by on that. You look like back home in Washington where I'm looking at renting a place, a single bedroom apartment is going for 12 grand or 1,200 bucks or more. And that's for an okay place in a not very nice neighborhood or location. So you can imagine like the stress of people. They're like, okay, I don't even know where to live. And so you're forced to live in a low income housing. And that itself just creates another set of problems in itself, as far as crime and poverty, drugs. It just magnifies, and it just seems to keep building on itself because of the lack of jobs and the lack of money. It just, I don't know what could break that cycle, creating more jobs, but then again, how much is the pay? And then you have people that are wanting to be paid more for working at McDonald's, but then you have other people such as EMTs or firefighters that don't make that much. So how can you justify that? I don't think there's ever going to be an answer. Not in this day and age. It's just something since time exists. There's going to be people that are going to be rich and there's people going to be poor. And it's kind of the sad fact of reality. So hopefully I covered enough of this topic, and yeah, so thank you.